Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gamers Vault, and I'm your host, James. Alright, so today we are going over a couple of gaming news. And then I got some other stuff to tell you later, but for now, gaming news. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. This is, for me, at the time of this recording, the day after Christmas, so I figured I'd start something off right? What did you guys get for Christmas? I can't wait to tell you what I got. I bought myself something. I always go retro hunting no matter what. I go retro hunting every day because it is, beside being fun, going retro hunting around Christmas time, people give you some decent deals, and I needed some decent deals. So I got something I wanted to show you. I bought this. This cost me about $20 because of the damage right here. It's missing the silver lining. What it is, I'll show you the best way I can. You open up this top drawer, and if it's hard to see, but you put the controllers in here. The zapper goes in here. Different controller ports, and then at the bottom here is 28 cartridges you can put in. I love the cabinet. I thought it was a great novelty. I'm probably going to put it in my bedroom. I'm not going to pretty much use it. Maybe I'll use it for my NES Classic and my SNES Classic and use it for storage space, but we'll see. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. I'll take a look. Now, gaming news. A couple of things I wanted to tell you about upcoming projects that I'll be doing in the Gamers Vault. The first thing is the PSP 2000 model. This is completely broken. I bought it broken. I got it for like $12 or $13. It wasn't really too crazy. The screen is waterlogged, and the UMDs don't read anymore, which is fine because I'm going to replace the entire device as far as the casing. Replace the screen, and I'm gonna mod it, and I'm gonna put a battery that's going to last 8 hours. That's right, and I'm gonna do that in a future episode of the Gamers Vault. As well as I bought a broken PS Vita, and I'm so excited about that one. I love working with the Vita. As you guys know, I am a Vita enthusiast. I have a lot of Vita titles, and I'm very excited to rebuild a busted Vita. So that's also going to be in a future episode as well. So you Vita holders who have broken Vitas, hold on to them because I'm going to show you how to get that working for you. Not the brick ones though. The brick ones, you guys bricked it. I'm sorry, I don't have a fix for it yet. Other stuff. Steam. We're going to talk about them. This company right here. I'm going to talk about them. And reason why is because recently they have a sale going on, as well as GameStop, and the sale is involving this Steam Link. Those of you guys who do not know what Steam Link does, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. You connect it to your television, and you'll be able to play your Steam games through this. Now, how would you play it? That's probably what you guys are asking. I know that there's other controllers that you can use with this. It has Bluetooth capable. It is not recommended to do wireless. You have to make it wired, and it can only be used within your network to use your Steam account. Because what happens is, it's going to read your computer. And as long as your computer is capable of running games, and by the way, your computer has to be on while the Steam Link is going, as long as that's running, then you'll be able to play your Steam games. Why am I telling you all this? Easy. Steam Link is $5. Let that sink in. It's $5. Now, why so cheap? Personally, I can only surmise why it's cheap. It really comes down to it didn't do so well. Why? I guess when it came out, a lot of people who didn't have the right hardware couldn't use it. It was really overpriced. I believe that the original price for it was about $50 to $60. I think it was 100 at one point. They dropped it to like 50. Now they're dropping it to 5. It could be for the holiday season. I don't know why, but it could be for the holiday season. So yeah, pick it up. Now Steam also has, I'm going to show you guys a picture right here. Steam also has the Steam controller and the Link for $34.63. So the Steam controller looks something similar to this. So I bought a case for my Steam controller. It doesn't come with it. It looks similar to that. That's basically what it is. It is not comfortable, but it is playable. So those of you guys who ever wanted to play your Steam games that really want to just sit back instead of sitting at your computer, on your bedroom, in your living room, with friends and family, $5, you can't go wrong. I do own one. As far as my review goes for it, it is pretty decent, pretty fast, and it works really well. Just wired connections, definitely 110% recommended to make this work. So there you go. Next on my list is Nintendo. Hi, Reggie. Alright, so let's talk about Nintendo for a quick minute. Nintendo has been doing some changes lately, at least from what I understand. They're really lackadaisy with the policies they used to have. You're probably asking me why. Okay. Resident Evil Revelations and LA Noire. Both wonderful games. But for the Nintendo Switch, they're really graphical games, violence, gore. Nintendo has kind of flipped the script a bit. And I'm really excited, but I'm a little cautious. Only because Nintendo really doesn't do these kind of things. And for them to just open it up like that, kind of gets me to think a little. Anyway, wonderful news about Nintendo is Nintendo Power. Alright, so what am I talking about? Nintendo Power was a magazine when I was growing up as a child. I have several of them hanging on my wall. From the first issue of Nintendo Power to the very final issue of Nintendo Power. Nintendo Power was a magazine that growing up as a child, when you didn't have the internets, that's right, I said internets. You didn't have the internet to do strategy guides or cheat codes or anything like that, or get interviews with publishers or of games, right? So that was Nintendo Power. It was all combined into one magazine. The chief editor of the magazine is now running a podcast. That's right. Nintendo has now have a podcast. It is now on Stitcher, and it's also on iTunes as well, as you already know, podcast. So, how is it? I'm gonna say really perplexed. I'm using big words in this episode. I'm really saddened, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I like Nintendo Power. I love the magazines. I love the articles that were on the magazines. But the main reason why I got it personally, I don't know about any of everybody of my retro friends like yourselves that use it. The reason why I picked up Nintendo Power was because of the cheats, of the guides, of having a hard time trying to figure things out. Now, you're probably telling me, James, come on, go online, stop being lazy, look it up on a YouTube video, or just check it out on a walkthrough. I get it, but come on, we're all retro friends here, guys. Let's face facts here for a minute. The reason why we went back to the past is because we wanted to have that feel, that retro style that we're used to having for so long. And just to have that is just wonderful, right? So why not let them do it? Nintendo Power did a great job back when I was a kid. So now doing a podcast, I'm really excited for it. They did an interview recently with one of the creators of Breath of the Wild. So guys, it's an hour-long podcast. I suggest you guys listen to it. It really is great. It's a step in the right direction, Reggie. I really do think that you guys need to continue on and do a little. But the only thing I suggest doing, I know it's probably redundant, is make us a little bit more nostalgic. Like, put the cheat codes in, put the strategy cards in. Yeah, you're probably like, why would you want that? Why not? I get it, interviews, fantastic, I get it, but give us the old Nintendo Power feel, as well as, and this is directly to Nintendo of America as well as Nintendo of Japan. I highly doubt they listen to my channel, but just in case that they do, guys, you wanna push yourselves out there. I love the fact that you took Miyamoto and you dragged them across the country to push the Switch, as well as Super Mario Odyssey, as well as Breath of the Wild. How about going to certain events, including you, Reggie, since you're a gamer, according to your latest book, or the latest book for the SNES Classic, you started out with the Super Nintendo, so you're a gamer, right? So meet the people. Maybe listen to our suggestions. We may be able to help. Gamers do help, guys. You creators out there, you guys don't listen to any of what we say, and you suffer from it badly. You should listen to what we tell you sometimes. It'll help. I promise you. Alright. Leaving Nintendo alone for now. We're going to go on to Retrobit. Now, I'm going to bring it up here so I can see it myself. Retrobit. Why am I bringing this up? Now, there's several things that I want to discuss with. There is a YouTuber called RGT85 who wanted to bring to the retro community an attention that Retrobit has put out. Allow me to elaborate. With retro gaming on the upswing, we are pleased to offer officially Sega licensed accessories in their original format, as well as apply the innovative classic gaming enhancements that have become the hallmark of Retrobit. And TD Nigoy, I can't say his name, so please forgive me, President and CEO at Enix Incorporated, the exclusive distributor of Retrobit, we're excited to unveil the first new products and concepts at CES. So what are they talking about? If I should have went a little higher first, but fortunately I didn't. Let me tell you what's going on. The first products and concepts under the agreement, including several accessories that feature the same great quality as their Sega counterparts, like the original console's ports, but also with modern upgrades such as USB ports for PC compatibility and Bluetooth wireless technology. These new products are slated to debut in CES of 2018. What are they talking about, James? Well, as you can see from the article above, they're making controllers for Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, and Sega Saturn. Controllers. RGT85, I saw your video. Take a deep breath. Frusflaba, bro. Frusflaba. Okay? And listen carefully. They're making controllers. Don't read into things that are not really there. Now, what am I trying to say? I'm not bashing the man. I do watch his channel and I do enjoy some of his content. But there's no need to go ape over this product. They're just making controllers for a Dreamcast and Saturn. I get it. It's wireless. That would be fantastic. Would I buy it? Maybe, maybe not. I'm on the fence. Why? Is because I bought a Dreamcast because I wanted the Dreamcast feel. I got a Saturn because because I wanted the Saturn feel. I don't mind the wire that goes from my controller to the television, or to the console, excuse me, in this particular case. I don't mind that. So for me to have a wireless accessory, I can go get a Raspberry Pi, and I have a Raspberry Pi controller, and I can play my Saturn or my Dreamcast, Dreamcast really badly, as well as Saturn, on a Pi. So I really don't care about this. If you're gonna come at me with a concept, tell me that Sega is going to make a mini console. Sega of America, this is where you listen to what I'm going to tell you. If you're going to make a mini classic console like the SNES Classic and the Nintendo Classic, I will lose my goddamn mind. And no, before you guys say anything now, no, at games, bad, no. There's a reason why at games got the license. The Sega doesn't care anymore. They don't care about the hardware console, the market. They left it a long time ago when the Dreamcast flopped. Guys, the iron is hot. Get your butts over to the table with your developers or your hardware enthusiasts, minus at games, kick them off your table, and make a classic console directly from you. As you can see, I'm doing this with Total Iwata motion. Directly from Sega. Make it work. You guys can do it. I can assure you that the hardware is out there and the software is out there. Now, I'm going to move on a little bit. Now, I'm not bashing Retrobit too much. I do appreciate companies making retro consoles, but there is two sides to every coin, right? The first side is that you guys are taking advantage of the retro craze. It's going on an upswing, like you said in your release. Now, the reason why I'm not liking it too much, only because I get it, company standpoint, it's 100% where the money is. If the market is out there and it continues to grow every day like it always does, there are stores for retro consoles and gaming, and there are websites dedicated to retro gaming. Raspberry Pi is dedicated to retro gaming. I get it. Don't take advantage. What am I talking about? Hyperkin did the same thing that you guys are doing now, which is Supercade. There's a press release out. I don't have it anywhere. If I can find it, I'll link it to the channel below so you guys can check it out. That they're using software like RetroArch to run their commercialized consoles. Listen, if you were to develop this software yourselves, I'd give you props. If you were to use certain items from the software, I'd give you props. But I don't appreciate you using something that the community has given for free. These emulators, the RetroArch, the ones that are the foundations to the Raspberry Pi, to something that you can make yourself. You, my viewers, you guys that watch my channel, can take a Raspberry Pi, get RetroPie there, and put them both together and make something wonderful. And you can have your games that you want. The one thing I gotta give Retrobit props for, that a lot of consoles, you know what I'm talking about, are doing, they went to Capcom, and they went to Eastsoft, I forgot their name, so please forgive me. And they said, we want to make a console, we want to license this console and put your games on it. And we want permission from you guys to do so. Every console sold, you get a cut of whatever the percentage was, and they did the negotiation, they did the dance, and they made the Supercade. So to a point, I get 100% where it comes at. I'm not like any other YouTuber, guys. I do appreciate review parts. Like when a company comes and says, hey, we want you to take a look at this part. Like, let's say if Steam came up and said, hey, I want you to take a look at this part. They didn't, guys. I bought this for $5. So if they came up to me and was like, we want you to take a look at this and tell us what you think, I'm going to be brutally honest. Why? I am a small YouTube channel, but people do watch. I've seen you guys watch me. I see the numbers. I'm going to give you an honest opinion because as a YouTuber, I believe that you guys should get 100% an honest opinion on different products that I get. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. If I do like it, I'm going to tell you that 100%. I'm going to follow through, and I've done that in the past. So keep that in mind when it comes down to certain products. The Supercade looks wonderful. They did a great job with it. They did it legitly. They went through it. So Retrobit. So guys, that is about it. A little bonus. In my video below, I do a transatlantic retro, and my partner is RetroTech100, Kieran Bowes. He and I think a couple of days before Christmas, have done a transatlantic video, and we desperately want to see what you guys think about it. If you guys decide that you want to go ahead and try, want us to go ahead and do more with the other co-host of the channel, let us know in the video. I'm going to link it on the bottom below so you can check it out for yourselves. It is pretty cool. It's 30 minutes, not too long, and you guys can check it out. Also, I'm streaming on Twitch, and I'm going to leave it right around here somewhere. And pretty much, I do appreciate you guys can give me a follow on Twitch. I'm trying to build up that community as well. Those of you who subscribe to me, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you for your minute and time to check out my gaming news, and I hope to see you guys all next time in the vault. Take care.
One man against an entire squad of high-tech special ops. If you want to survive, you gotta have brains. You have to be in peak physical condition. The fate of the free world is in your hands, soldier. Failure is not an option.
Sir, aren't these tests kind of easy?
Suicide mission.
Oh.
Metal Gear Solid.
PlayStation.